Adam, wills are a big one, but what about trust? We hear about these, estate planning, and sometimes we think that trust is for the rich or people who've got a bit more. It's my misconception again. Can you break it down? What is the trust and why is this important in estate planning?
Yeah, another great one, another great topic under estate planning. Again, these tools are there to help us to be able to ensure that we do the right thing by our loved ones. So another one, a trust, is a legal document whereby the person establishing a trust, in this case called a settler, passes on an asset, but the asset goes through what we call a trustee. Yeah. So the trustee or trustees hold the asset for the benefit of someone or an organization. Now, the way that it works is that the asset, for example, how the trust actually works is, one distinctive, before I go into the next one, one distinctive difference between a trust and a will is that a will can only come into force when you pass.
Okay.
Whereas a trust can be enforced whilst you're alive.
Amazing.
Yeah. So
do it now.
so this is where the next points I'm going to sort of mention becomes quite salient, in the sense that everything we said about the will, that can only happen when you're no longer here.
Okay.
But with the trust, the asset pass on to the trustees, and the trustees hold the asset. And once it passes on to the trustees, you have no authority, you have no control whatsoever over the asset. It's only the trustees that will have control and will have power over that asset. Even in some cases, you cannot benefit from the asset unless the trustees say so. So really, when you pass on the asset, yes, to the beneficiary, you have relinquished all power and authority and control
to the trustees.
And that's the reason why they are called trustees, because they must be people that you trust.
That's
and
right.
You can rely on, depend on, to ensure that they do according to your wishes. Now, so for example, if you have a child or a beneficiary who has special needs, then to ensure that they benefit from, and they don't have the capacity to be able to make decisions on their own or to manage the asset, a trustee becomes of benefit to ensure that they help to administer the estate or your trust to the benefit of that child or that individual. Or sometimes as well, for example, if you've got a child who is minor, you can put assets in a trust and then stipulate that they cannot touch the asset until they reach certain age. In this case, when you do the minor, and then we come to it, one of the type of trust, they can only the asset will pass on naturally at the age of 18. In that case, when they are dependent. Sorry, they are independent. Apologies. They are independent. So at that age, 18, automatically, because of we put everything in trust and the type of trust they put in place,